Hey Ansven Squad! So we all love Mass Effect here, right? We're all hyped for the Mass Effect Legendary Edition and the next Mass Effect, right? Good. So lately, we've talked a lot about the changes coming to Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and a lot of people have already broken down the next Mass Effect teaser to an absolute T. But here's a question I asked myself today, and I want to ask you guys too. Should Mass Effect get a prequel game? I know, we're already promised a continuation of the original trilogy and the Legendary Edition is approaching quickly. But wouldn't you guys like to experience some of the old history that gets told throughout the original trilogy? Say, like the First Contact War. I recently made a video about this conflict and I've got to say, at first I didn't care too much about the history myself, as it had already happened, and we know what it resulted in, which was a grudging peace between humans and Turians. But say, instead of playing as Shepard, this time we're playing as a space cadet, or someone that's fresh out of the military, or has some form of combat background, and we get to experience the Mass Effect universe all over again, but through new eyes, fighting the Turians as the main enemy, but going undercover throughout the galaxy. Where we are some of the first humans to encounter the Asari, Krogan, Drell, Salarians, Quarians, and all the other races. Being one of the first humans to visit the Citadel, maybe this prequel hero is the one to speak to the Council and ask them for a way to broker peace between the Turians and the humans. We see in the comics Mass Effect Evolution that the Elusive Man himself visits Ilium and is one of the very first humans to do so. But wouldn't it be so incredible to play as a character that every species reacts to for the first time, to be the actual alien this time?
May I help you?
We'll be asking the questions, old man. Who are you?
Now this, I understand, is starting to sound a lot like Mass Effect Andromeda, where you actually were the first human to meet with the Angaran. Thing is, your introduction to the Angaran is actually one of the bright points from Andromeda. But let's just say you meet all those sorts of different species that we all know and love, but for the first time, and see their genuine reactions. Or how about the Morning War? Which I will make a lore video about soon enough, trust me. The flame of conflict that was fanned into a full-scale war between the Quarians and the Geth, the creator and their created. But wait a moment, that would mean that we'd play as an actual Quarian. Yeah, you bet we would. But wouldn't the fact that they have helmets kinda make it hard to sort of discern between different characters? Well, the fact that the Quarians wear helmets is because of the fact that they had to leave their homeworld. Before this, you could actually see their faces. Hell, since we know that they're fairly human in appearance, if you discount the 3-digit hands and feet, they could actually be quite relatable. I mean, Tali is best girl to a lot of people, and we've never truly seen her face. So why not?
Miranda, I think.
How are you getting drunk?
Very carefully. Taurian brandy, triple filtered, then introduced into the suit through an emergency induction port.
That's a straw, Tali.
Alright, then how about the Rachni War? Now this could have been really interesting. Since the Rachni aren't really the type of relatable alien like the Quarian, Asari, and Turians, maybe they could have been the perfect villain to unite the galaxy for the first time. Again, we would have to play as one of the other races, since humanity wasn't introduced to the rest of the galaxy until much later. The Rachni are sort of like the ultimate fodder aliens. They look like bugs. They're dangerous, or highly aggressive, but not evil, mind you. However, had the Krogan not jumped into the fray to aid the galaxy, the Rachni might have been the dominant race in the future, which leads us into the Krogan Rebellions. After the Krogan stomped the Rachni into submission and near extinction, Krogan leaders all over wanted to do a power grab for many different reasons. One of them being that the Krogans were breeding like flies, and after completely overwhelming worlds that were given to them by the Council races, the Krogan were quick to spread to already inhabited planets and outposts. Since Krogan are incredibly strong and aggressive, they quickly established themselves as the dominant species on every world, even those that already were inhabited. Now, Rex and Grunt may be the best girls, but I really don't have a problem shooting at Krogan, if so for a good reason. so playing as one of the other races could be incredibly cool. Maybe you play as a silent assassin, hired to curb the Krogan leadership from the inside. Then the genophage gets introduced at some point in the game, which could be something that is incredibly emotional, since you're almost destroying an entire race through underhanded but necessary means. I know what some of you guys are thinking, but it'd be so weird playing as an alien. Well, I get it, I do. But it could work. Dragon Age Inquisition, while still having humans as the option for the protagonist, still lets you choose between different races in the Dragon Age universe, like the Kunari, dwarves or elves. Still, in my personal opinion, an exploration of these scenarios could be incredibly cool and unique. Especially the First Contact War, being the first human undercover to negotiate with the Citadel races for peace, while at the same time dealing with gangs and dangerous expeditions would probably be the high point for me. If you guys would like me to theorize more like this in future videos, please do tell me. There are other conflicts and scenarios in the Mass Effect universe that just begs for more discussion. What do you guys think? Would you like any of these stories to be made as a game in the future? Tell me in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so you know whenever I release a new video.